Hi everyone, it's Kaan here. So in the last 2 months I made a lot of videos reviewing a lot of apps. In those videos I actually mentioned that everything that goes into my productivity system, everything that goes into my task management system, it's actually on pen and paper because I am an old school guy when it comes to using a lot of productivity apps. However, last week I actually stumbled upon to a app which was actually pretty cool. It's called EssentialPIM, and I thought that it really actually helped me to organize my life for better. And it's just not actually a productivity app, it's also like an all-in-all productivity app, at the same time a personal improvement management app, so which is pretty cool. So this video is going to be the full review of EssentialPIM. So first of all, the first thing that I would like to mention is going to be this app actually covers a lot. As I mentioned before, it's not just an all-in-all productivity app, even though all-in-all productivity apps has a lot of things. So this app actually covers a lot. And even though I actually used this app for 1 week, last week, I still actually couldn't use every single one of the features that it has. So it actually covers a lot. But the most of the features that I used were essentially built-in calendar for time boxing generally, the task management system, the notes, and it actually also has more like a personal improvement management systems, which actually lets you organize your emails, organize your contacts, organize your passwords, which I also used, but mostly, as you can probably imagine, I was more focused on the part where it was about productivity, in generally more like task management, your productivity systems and calendars and that kind of stuff. So one of my last videos was all about Elon Musk's time management system, and it was actually time boxing. So as you guys know, I am a huge fan of time boxing. So the calendar feature that actually EssentialPIM offers is pretty good for time boxing. You can easily create your tasks, appointments for the day, and also it actually allows you to do them also for the week and for the month as well. So easily you will be able to know what's going on in this month, and when you're entering, like when you are in the new month, you will easily be able to see, okay, what's going on in this month, what we will be doing in this month. It's actually pretty cool. And as someone who actually forgets a lot of things like weekly meetings, it is actually pretty awesome to have that calendar feature, because with this way I'm not forgetting any of my weekly or monthly or sometimes like once in 1 year, all of those events, because they are always locked in my calendar, which is pretty cool to use. The next part of the app that I want to talk about in this video is going to be the task management system. And as someone who is into productivity, knowing everything that you have to do in that day or in that week or in that month is pretty essential. And the system they offer is essentially pretty easy to use, so it makes it very easy for you to create your tasks, to actually create your to-do list for the day or for the week in just a few seconds. And one thing that I'm actually a really huge fan of is essentially creating deadlines for your tasks. And one thing that I really like to do is essentially when I'm setting myself goals on pen and paper, I always write, for example, this task is going to be done, let's say on Monday at 5 p.m. And when I write this, it is essentially one of the best ways to keep yourself accountable to your goal, because you know exactly when this task has to be finished. And also this is the same thing when it comes to EssentialPIM's task management system as well. You can easily set start times and due times, which is awesome, and at the same time you can categorize and prioritize your tasks, which is something that I don't really do, but it's also awesome to have. At the same time, one of the best things that actually a lot of productivity apps offer is the fact that you can easily set reminders for those tasks, and with this way you are actually not going to forget whatever it is that you want to do, because as I mentioned before, I actually forget a lot of things when I don't write things down. And another feature that this app offers that I personally used a lot was notes. As you know, because of the fact that I have to take my lessons online, I started to take my own notes because I have to remember information effectively, and one of the best ways to do that is essentially taking notes. As you also know, I'm generally more taking my notes on pen and paper, but when I took actually my notes on EssentialPIM for 1 week, I really actually felt that it is pretty awesome to use and it's pretty effective. You don't really feel that difference between taking your notes with your hand or on the computer. It's not that big of a deal, and I generally like to use my own style with some phone combinations. Like, that's something that I really like to do, and actually the app offers you to do that as well. So it was pretty awesome to use an digital environment to actually take your notes, and EssentialPIM did actually a great job when it comes to notes as well. And now let's talk about personal information management, which I wasn't really familiar with until I actually stumbled across this app. Essentially, you have the chance to organize your contacts, emails, passwords, which I didn't really use that much, but actually because of the fact that I changed my phone last week, it really helped me a lot when it comes to actually not forgetting a lot of those information stuff, and which was pretty cool. But personally, as someone who is slowly getting into the world of business, I really do think that using this and organizing everything that's going on in your life with all of those effective features, it's really awesome. Now, most of the screenshots that you saw in this video are actually from the desktop version of this application, but I personally really like to use the app on your phone as well, which is really awesome because I personally don't just want to go to my computer to see what I have to do in that day. I do want to have that option to check out in my phone as well, and this app actually offers an iOS at the same time an Android version of the desktop version, which is pretty awesome too. And I do think that both are worth using, so you're not going to have any problems with those things. But it's definitely awesome to have both options available to use together, because when you use an app from your phone at the same time from your computer combined, it really is something just else, because it really allows you to check whatever you want to check whenever you want to check, which is totally awesome. And when it comes to the design of this app, to be honest, I'm not gonna give it a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10 because it could be better, but I personally think that it does a decent job. And also with the effectiveness that EssentialPIM offers, I do think it's a pretty good choice when it comes to using it as your all-in-all productivity setup or maybe your personal information management systems. I personally tested the Pro version at the same time the free version, and most of the screenshots that you saw from this video were actually from the free version of the app, because I wanted to show you guys like what you're actually getting when you are using the free version. But of course, you don't have to buy the premium version to actually have that full experience. Unlike most of the other productivity apps, you generally have to pay money to get that full experience. The free version is more like a demo version of the full app, which is not the case when it comes to the EssentialPIM, which is also definitely great. So if you guys want to use this app, check out the link in the description down below. With that link, you can also get a discount. So it's awesome, check it out. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I really appreciate that. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more personal development and productivity stuff just like this, then subscribe. And also, if you still haven't checked out my videos about best productivity apps in 2021 and best habit trackers in 2021, they're going to be linked in the description down below and also in the YouTube cards and also right here. So thanks for watching, and I will see you the next time. Bye.